Should we go live now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, we are going live in another 10 minutes.
Dr. Suresh, sir, we are live now, sir. You may start the session, sir.
Right. A very good evening to one and all. This is a pre-launch program to give an orientation and introduction to the AI curriculum. And this doesn't have any module number. And myself, Dr. A.V.S. Suresh, along with my team at NBEMS, we have designed this curriculum called Artificial Intelligence in Medical Education for Vikasit Arogya Bharat. So these are my disclaimers. And we all know that National Board of Examination Medical Sciences, that is NBEMS, was started in 1982. And the key function is to conduct examinations at pan-India level in the field of modern medicine, which includes NEET, PG, MDS, SS, FFGE. Across India, both in government and private setups, we have approximately 20,000 students at various levels of training. Why do we need to understand AI today? There is a critical gap. AI is entering the clinical practice faster than clinicians can understand it. There is an urgent need to understand how we need to use this. Vendors promise a lot of things. They say, my algorithm is very accurate. But being accurate is not enough. As clinicians, we need to judge the safety of them, the biases involved in it, and utility. Can I really use it or not? And when doctors like us or any paramedical professions would like to learn those things, most of these training centers assume that we are having a very good technical background, which we are not, because we have been busy in practicing and learning the medicine. So that's how the gap is slowly building up. The danger is, if I learn half of it, if I incorrectly adopt AI, that may harm the patient, that may consume more time, and that may disrupt the work. So it is essential for us to have the basic concepts. We are not here to teach the AI code, but we are here to teach what AI we should learn. This is a graph we all know. On the x-axis we have knowledge we gain, and y-axis we are aware about the knowledge. It is a classical 2x2 diagram called known knowns, which are called facts. Unknown knowns, that means I don't know, but still I know. That's called gut feeling. That's where AI is going to make a big impact. Known unknowns, that means I know that I don't know this. I'm supposed to ask the question and learn. And the top right corner, that is called unknown unknowns, is where the black box is throwing us challenges. So AI is there all around, starting from known known to unknown unknown. And we all have access to internet everywhere. There are at least 100 different AI classes or programs available, starting from the Harvard to Stanford. Why do we need one more course? Because India is different. Indian healthcare context is different. We have unique challenges. There is an infrastructure variability between urban and rural settings. There is a data governance gap. The DPDP Act implementation is still evolving. There are resource constraints. Cost matters a lot. I can't buy $1 million software just to reduce my workload by half an hour time. We need to keep this in mind. So these local commitments is mandating us to have our own well-designed things. We may have another question. Do we have any of those Indian programs? Yes, they are available. There are good institutes starting from IIMs like Raipur and other things which are giving these programs. But even before you step into those things, you need to understand some extreme basics. So, what do I mean by this program and what is the outline, how it is going to look? We started with a very ambitious statement of training over 50,000 postgraduate medical professionals. We already have close to that number registered. Thank you, one and all, for trusting us and giving us this opportunity to be a part of collective learning experience. We have a vision of making India the global leader in the use of AI in healthcare. If you speak about the sheer volumes, we have close to 1 million healthcare professionals in India. That is an understatement. We have much more than that. The moment you start entering the data and then creating it, we can beat anyone and everyone in this world. We need to do that. How we are going to deliver? This is the first introductory lecture which we are going to take it. I'm not going to teach anything about AI, but about the program. So the mode of delivery is going to be YouTube for all of you who are participating. And for the speakers, it is a Cisco WebEx. There will be 20 classes of approximate 1 hour duration. Tomorrow is going to be the first lecture that shall be taken care by one of the renowned physicians, Dr. D. Nageshwar Reddy, who is a Padma Bhushan Award winner also. We are likely to complete, God willing, without any interruptions by July 2026. All the participants have given their consent. Once again, thank you all. There is no fees for this. At the end of course completion, there will be a participation certificate will be given to all of us. Again, just want to touch upon a few of those points. AI is not an alien thing. It is one way of looking at AI is it's just advanced mathematics. There are multiple dimensions. I don't say this is the only way to look at it. It is like a soil where everything else will grow. And if you just look at the next level, which is statistics, they help understand the patterns in the data. The data can be patient pulse, it can be blood pressure, it can be the pill use, it can be the cancer tumor dimension, or it can be the whatever the bilirubin levels, it can be anything. On top of statistics, you have artificial intelligence. So what does it mean? It uses these patterns to make smart decisions. So mathematics, statistics, that takes help of mathematics to understand the pattern. And once you understand the pattern, AI will help to make a smarter decision. That's it. It helps. At the moment, there are too many inputs. We need to teach the mission how to learn from the examples. That's called mission learning. How we learn, missions also can be taught using mathematical equations most of the times. And the moment mission learns enough, and if I can make the mission think, it is called deep learning. Is very similar to how our brain works. It uses a bit more complex math. And the moment you start thinking, you start innovative. And that's called generative AI that creates a new content. It's like a poetic thing and other things. It can create text and images. What we use today, the chat GPTs, Claudes, Perplexity, DeepSeek, all those things are generative AI. Purposely, I touched upon something called quantum computing. that is going to solve these problems in a much faster way. It can fit everywhere and anywhere. So in the next 20 weeks, the eminent speakers will be speaking on those aspects to make things clear. Again, just to give extra confidence to you people, AI and stats is not something new. Statistics we all know, right? We all heard of the p-value, right? So that is backward. That means whether my data was correct or not. AI uses the word confidence, which is same as the p-value, right? So right here you see, right? So they are very similar. AI uses the word lift. That means how many times I could find something, and we use the word relative risk in our conventional statistics. AI calls it as a recall. That means I try to catch all the fish in the pond, not missing anything. We call that sensitivity in the statistics. Hitting the bullseye is precision. So on and so forth. You are going to hear those things in the future lectures. How did we come to these modules? That's a very important question. So we conducted a survey. Again, thanks to all those who took time to participate and fill those things. We have defined our long-term, short-term, and mid-term visions. We try to identify who are those people who need to be taught, whether it is faculty or students. We carved out the core curriculum. We included the governing laws, data privacy, ethics, and we also asked the question about how to give assessment. Is it going to be multiple choice questions? How to give certificate? What is the cost? So all these questions can be clubbed into 10 thematic things, and thousands and thousands of people. You see 3,000 people here, 3,000 here. Tens of thousands of people have participated, and we got the answers. So what is the conclusion of all those answers? Yes, we do require a free of cost, a short half-year course of AI curriculum, not teaching too many things, no coding definitely, but how to use it practically is the feedback we got. So we were happy and thankful for all those feedbacks. We knocked the door of global universities like ICR, University of London, Harvard, Arizona State University from Australia. A lot of experts consulted. We did a lot of to and fro meetings. Finally, 38 people have agreed to be the faculty to teach all the medical aspirants who want to understand AI in healthcare. So we took multiple feedbacks. This is a phase 1. Mind you, this is not end of the program. We want to give the glimpse of it. It is like the alphabets or basic grammar of AI that we are going to teach. Anyone who want to develop on top of this are welcome. And again, if time permits and if things go well, probably we may have department specific AI training programs, and we may be coming up very soon. The larger vision is to ensure that all paramedical alternative medicines, this is a problem that we face day in, day out. I'm just taking homeopathy. Is it okay or not? Or will that Ayurvedic medicine cause complication? There is no data. And we are here taking the help of AI, create those things so that we have our own Atmanirbhar, self-resilient things to rely upon, use, and then prosper on top of it. This opens up a vast opportunities for you people to do research. The data will be collected, and those things will be taught how we are going to do by the next speakers. This is a list of the speakers. I don't want to read out. The list is very large. And as I speak, few more global faculties joining us. So ultimately, the aim is to make us, including myself, yourself, understand core AI concept without requiring technical expertise. I don't want you people to know the code or anything else. We should be able to critically appraise the AI tools for the validity, are they good or not, bias, and patient safety. I don't want any one of us using a wrong AI tool and compromise the patient safety. We should be able to apply the clinical judgment for the AI appropriateness. That means where to use, where not to use. AI is not equal to magic. It is not equal to automation. It is acceleration, augmentation. So the true word is augmented intelligence. At the same time, when you share the data, can I share patient X-ray on a chat GPT? You should know the act. You should know the legal framework. DPDP Act, that is Data Privacy and Data Protection Acts. All those things will be taught to you by the experts. What you can share, what you cannot share, what is legal and what is not. Legality is one aspect, ethicality is another aspect. We have a wonderful expert who can teach, who is going to teach you people on the ethical aspects of the AI. At the end of the program, we want to integrate all these AI inputs or outputs into clinical decision making. And the last lecture will be taken by one of the eminent people who started this digital health in India, how to build AI teams within your hospitals. And we are going to help you and handhold you on those things. So again, it may sound boring, but I want to reiterate that our core philosophy is clinical inclusion first. Focus on biostatistics and clinical reasoning, which is already known. No unnecessary math. We want real health examples. And all the coaching and training will include real world examples from the healthcare domains. We ensure that curriculum doesn't deviate much beyond this. We need to have a critical thinking rather than a big hype this program, and we want it to be action oriented. So these are different modules which we designed. There is something called Miller's Pyramid. So module 1 to 8 will teach you what we call is a knowing to knowing how it is done. Then we teach evaluation and ethics, module 9 to 16. From knowing how to showing how. We should be able to do the things. Then safety and leadership. What not to do, how to scale it. So the modules are diligently designed using a pedagogical approach from the experts across IIMs, IITs, from Stanford and Harvards. So I will read all those modules for your easy understanding. The first topic is AI for medical professionals, need for the change and future ahead. Then we are going to teach about from biostatistics to AI, a gentle bridge for the beginners. No hi-fi things, ultra basics. Don't worry, they are not going to teach you coding and other things. Then we're going to teach the type of the clinical data, whether it is images, lab data, clinical records, genetics. And the same class, the speaker is going to take you or walk you through asking the right questions. It is done by one of the professors from IISc Bangalore, very eminent speaker in the healthcare area. The fourth topic is unstructured and missing data. We have this problem very frequently faced. Again, this topic will be taken by a senior surgeon who is practicing AI in her regular practice. So we don't record everything, how to deal with it, what clinicians must know. AI is having the problem of hallucinating the things. While it is a black box, it doesn't tell. Few AIs do tell. We call it explainable AI. You don't tell it how to handle that. And fifth is a very interesting lecture. We do some prompts in the Google or ChatGPT, right? And if you torture the data, it will give the answers that we wanted. So we don't want to torture the data. So the prompt engineering, how to think, how to give the right prompts for the clinicians is taken in the module number 5. Then we move forward, that is next level. Why do we require machines to learn what we can otherwise learn? And when not to teach the machines. So this is what we're going to take. Again, very eminent speaker from one of the best global universities is going to take it. Then core mission learning concepts. One of the industry leaders is going to teach you this without math fear. So he himself hates mathematics. So I'm sure his lecture is going to be very, very useful to you people. Then we are going to tell you how the machines learn. And that's what is important, because if I know whether the machine is learned in the correct way or not, that helps the clinicians to have the intuition or gut feeling. So this is what we are going to teach in the module number 8. Then we teach about images, text and signals, both pathology, radiology, and conventional clinical notes and biochemistry. Then we teach, someone comes to you with a model, says that, hey, this model can detect heart attack 20 hours before. How do I evaluate? Is it correct? Is it actually needed for me? Is it scientific? This is called model evaluation. We're going to teach you that. And once the models are evaluated, we call it an action period. That means, how do I use clinical utility? How do you measure the outcome? Before AI, after AI, am I doing something better? This is called action pairing. This will be taught from the Arizona State University. Again, she's one of the executive directors. Eminent, beautiful people, who spent decades in teaching AI. So then we talk about retrospective data. Yeah, it will take 10 years to collect the data. Can I do something, the data which is with me? This will be taught by, again, one of the medical practitioners. Then comes the key thing, black box versus explainable AI. Sometimes AI gives some answers. I don't know how the answer came. So how to interpret those things? Can I use that particular outcome? So these things is called interpretability, that will be taught by another eminent speaker, probably, if I'm not wrong, they are from the Harvard. Then we teach about bias in healthcare AI. Ex-director of Tata Memorial Hospital is going to teach you this. Algorithmic fairness. Again, one of the practicing physicians is going to teach you. Ethics of AI in healthcare. That's very important, when not to use, and how to ensure that you have enough firewalls, and how to be compassionate when AI tells something, or if the patient comes with the AI report, how to deal with it. Taught. Then from US, the GA Healthcare Chief Innovation Officer is going to teach you the wearables, robotics, software as medical device, how AI is entering into the day-to-day practice, starting from Apple Watches to the rings to fancy gadgets. How do I say yes or no to that data? So this is specific to the Indian context. We're going to teach you those things. Then comes for the students and for those who want to update. There are at least 1,000 articles getting published every hour across all disciplines in the world. How can I use AI for smart reading without hallucinating? How do I synthesize evidence from that smart reading? How do I learn clinically? This will be taught by one of the medical oncologists from St. John's, Bangalore. Then cybersecurity, data privacy. Again, one of the, I think, quantum computing expert from US is going to teach you this. Then the last, which is very interesting, is building and governing clinical AI devs. This will be taken care by, taught by a professor from IIM Raipur who started the digital health courses in it. So this is a schedule. These are the indicative dates. Subject to various conditions, they may change. But tentatively, every Wednesday evening, 4 to 5, I would love to interact with all of you people. You can post your questions on the YouTube. So we at NBEMS carefully thought about how do we design this. So we ensure that all the speakers are aware of the date and time of presentation. There is a backup speaker. So in case primary speaker is not able to come and then deliver the session, we recorded it. So don't worry. So you will definitely have the presentation most probably live. Even without that, we are going to have the session and you are allowed to post the questions on the chat box. And from the YouTube chat box, we use tools to sum them up, and moderator is going to discuss the same thing with the speaker to ensure that most of the questions, if not in the exact form, but in a paraphrased form, are answered. We do minor adjustments. I sincerely thank you for trusting us, joining despite your busy schedules to learn this curriculum. And my colleague will take you through how to take the remaining parts of the session. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh, for such an insightful overview of the entire online course curriculum for the AI in Healthcare program. Now we will take you through certain slides wherein we will provide you the information about how to access the online course, what are the technical know-how or the requirements, and how to ask the questions, and what is the professional conduct that you should exercise while participating in this program. So, first of all, on behalf of the NBMS team, we thank you and congratulate you all for joining this online course on AI in healthcare. Since you have already reached to this stage, so you are already acquainted with how to join the course. Still, I would like to give you a brief overview. The entire course schedule will be available on NBMS website on the relevant page on AI in healthcare. The classes are going to commence from tomorrow, that is 21st of January. The first class will be at the time 4 p.m. in the evening tomorrow. You need to click on the joining link, which will be available in your login account. A personalized login link will also be shared to all of you through email. Please note that this link will be active only 30 minutes prior to the commencement of the class, and it will remain active only up to 30 minutes after the class commences. So you need to ensure that you join the class during this window only. There is no need to mark your attendance by writing anything in the chat box, as we have been seeing that you are writing constantly present in the YouTube chat box. Your attendance is going to get automatically marked by the system once you join the class. By joining the class, you will actually be redirected to a YouTube live session, and this will be a view only mode session wherein you will be allowed to interact through a YouTube chat box. We request you to attend the live sessions and the sessions in full. Viewing any recorded sessions are not going to be valid for the purpose of counting your attendance towards the course completion. You can refer to the detailed guidelines regarding the course completion as mentioned on our website, but we would like to apprise you that you need to attend at least 75% of the live sessions for the purpose of being eligible for the course completion. The eligible participants will be required to take an online self-assessment. The self-assessment will be administered maybe 2 to 3 times during the entire online course. The first assessment may happen after the 7th class, the second after the 14th class, and the final assessment may happen after the end of the course. As far as the technical requirement for joining these sessions is concerned, it's very simple. You need to have a laptop or any mobile device, a stable internet connection. We recommend at least 2 Mbps speed for a good internet connectivity. Your web browsers should be updated. You should have a good headphone or a speaker to listen to the speakers clearly. You need not have any webcam or any microphone, as the interaction will be only through a YouTube chat box. Asking questions from the speakers. So please note that the questions can only be asked through the YouTube chat. To ask a question in the YouTube chat box, you need to have an account with the YouTube on Gmail, and you need to have a YouTube channel associated with that account. So you will be allowed to write questions in the YouTube chat box. Please note that your queries related to the session shall only be allowed during the session itself. Once the session is over, no new queries will be entertained. Once again, please note there will be no voice interaction. We request you to please maintain professional language while writing your queries. Please do not share your personalized joining link with your friends, as this will not mark their attendance for the course. Please do not post any irrelevant messages or use any inappropriate language while you are asking your queries. We ask you to refrain from recording or sharing the content of this particular course. At the end of the session, our moderator will identify the most relevant and the common queries and respond to them over the session. We request you to maintain a professional decorum during the entire online course. We once again let you know, as Dr. Suresh has already apprised you, that the AI tools are only assistive and they are not substitute of any clinical judgment. Please maintain ethics and professionalism during the course. NBMS reserves its right to remove any content from the chat and to take a suitable action against those who are going to write anything inappropriate in the chat box. With this, we wish you all the very best for this online course, and you can join the first class on 21st of January at 4 p.m. tomorrow. At the end of this session, there will be a feedback that you need to fill in, and that will be the scenario after each and every class. You will be asked to give a feedback, and by filling that feedback and submitting that feedback, your end attendance for the session will be marked. So you need to have both the start and the end attendance marked to be eligible for the course completion. So with this, we end this session. I request Dr. Suresh to have a final word before we conclude.
So we can just stop the chat at the YouTube because we have made a forced stop. No further comments can be analyzed using the AI. So thanks. A lot of questions came. Most of them, as read by the AI, is thanking you and present, sir. And it was very clearly told, no need to give your attendance here. I'm just reiterating. Okay. So second thing is that there are some requests that came to change the timing to 7 p.m. We do understand you are all busy physicians, but this course involves a commitment from close to 48,000 registered participants and faculty across the globe. They have different time zones, and it's difficult to change the time, but the recorded things will be available online for viewing at any given point in time for you people. So don't worry. So the recorded live sessions will be available. Don't worry about that. We have few questions asking about the examination and the feedback. Very important. I'm just summing up them. I don't read the exact questions. This is a summary of that. This examination will be split into two. The first one is about the knowledge base, somewhere in the mid of the session. Second one at the end of the sessions. It will be simple multiple choice questions, sometimes as yes, no, sometimes maybe 2, 3, 4. It is not a pass fail examination. It doesn't have any impact. but you need to attend 75%, you need to pass the exams. Coming to the feedback, there is a feedback form that is already designed that will be shared with you at the end of the session. We don't want to distract you. So once the session is over, the feedback session will be shared. Dr. Vinay, I think it will be available for 2 hours, right? Post session. How long? Can you just help me? Yeah, I think it's available for 2 hours. And you can fill that form. Feedback form filling is equated to you have attended.
So the feedback can be submitted. Feedback can be submitted through a link that is available in the login account of all the participants, and the submission of feedback is allowed post 1 hour of the session.
So that is considered as marking the attendance. That means your logging in the YouTube is entry and your completion of the feedback is your exit. That's how we have considered in this curriculum. Is it accredited by any of the bodies? No. It is a training program. It is the certificate of attendance will be given, right? It is not a formal certification. Please be. We just want to introduce the AA concepts to the medical professionals. That's the entire purpose of this. This is not a classical course where we get those what we call as a scores and then can apply for those things. Few people have asked, we are MBBS students, we are nurses, we are pharmacists. Welcome, anyone can attend. This doesn't prohibit anyone to attend the class. So these are the top 8 questions that AA has given to us. And I hope we are going to end here. That's it. I just read all the questions that came to me. Any final comments from the board before we discuss? If there are no comments, I sincerely thank each and every one for sparing your time with such an ultra short notice. Thanks all the people at NBEMS and all the faculty across the globe for accepting and doing this Herculean task. I sincerely thank the ministry for giving us an opportunity and all the platforms to make sure that this program is going to be launched tomorrow in a grand manner. But tomorrow's session, a short briefing will be done again on when it is going to start, when it is going to stop by the NBEMS. Very specific 2 minutes about the tomorrow's session. Sorry, again, tomorrow's session will start just like today. And this is going to be live program again, which will be taken by Dr. Nageshwar Reddy. There will be a short inauguration that will be done for this program, and following which the actual class will start. The 35-40 minutes is going to be the class. You can post all the questions till 35 to 40 minutes. And after that, any question that will be posted will not be answered because we have a limitation. Currently, as I see on the YouTube, I already have 9,800 questions. So you understand how difficult it is for us to answer those things. So after 35-40 minutes, no further questions are allowed. Only those questions asked in that period will be clubbed together and then answered. Tomorrow, moderator is going to be Dr. Rakesh Kalpana and speaker is going to be Dr. Nageshwar Reddy. Thank you once again. And with the permission of the NBEMS, can we just sign off for today?
Yes, sir, we may now end this session.
Thank you very much. Thanks one and all.
Thank you all for joining the session. Your participation made